How's everybody doing? I know it's been a while since I put out a video. I've been doing a lot of things, putting together a lot of programs and things like that. Let me take these off so the glare doesn't get caught up in there. But I've been putting together a lot of things. I actually did a 21-day program last month to relieve stress and anxiety. So I have that program out. I'm working on some kinks, making it better. I got some good feedback on that program. Again, that was my 21 days of relieving stress and anxiety. It was a meditation and tapping out program. And that program was powerful. It was amazing, and I was glad to be able to put it together. I was glad for the people that came in and took the program. But moving on, so the picture that you saw in the beginning of this video is called the seed of life. It's a sacred geometric shape. And what I want to talk about today, that is my perception of what reality is. So reality for me and my perspective of it, and this is just my perspective, reality is a multifaceted of things, and no one reality is the only reality. And I'm not talking about what's true, what's false, what's facts or fiction. I'm talking about reality. So my reality may be different than your reality. What I feel is real, what I believe to be real, makes up my reality. I'm not talking about what is facts. Again, I'm not talking about what is quote unquote true, what is quote unquote a fact, or what is fiction. I'm talking about reality. So again, you saw the shape, and this is the way that I want to explain it. This is the way that I'm coming to understand it, and hopefully you can gain a little bit of understanding into why I see it the way that I see it. You can agree, you can't agree, it doesn't really matter because it's my perspective of it. But this is, again, my perspective of what reality is and how reality works. So, again, the shape, if you want to dumb it down, is just a whole bunch of circles overlapping each other. And we did this. You can do this in math class, in high school and things like that. When you make pie charts, you can do this when you're making pros and con lists, things like that. So what happens is, this is me. M for me. This is my reality. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see if I could turn this light down a little bit so you guys can see what I did there. With this a little closer for you. Turn that all the way down just for a second. So again, this circle right here is me. Now this is my reality. This is what I think my reality is. This is how I perceive my reality. Again, it's not built off facts or fiction. It's not built off of what you think. This is my reality. This is everything that encompasses my reality. Now, this, whoever is watching this video, is you. And I'll put Y for you. Now, for you, this is your reality. This is my reality. Everything that encompasses my reality. Let me make that M a little bit bigger for you. Everything that encompasses my reality is in this circle. Everything that encompasses your reality is in this circle. Now, your reality is completely separate from my reality, but at some point in time, our realities, the things that we hold true in our reality, intertwine. And that's where the overlapping comes in. So a part of my reality can be a part of your reality, but our reality is not fixed. We don't have a fixed reality. One aspect of reality is just not what reality is. Again, so this is my reality, this is your reality, but at some point in time, some of our ideas, some of our thoughts, something that we hold true to be in our reality may intertwine, may overlap. So that's where you get the overlapping of my reality and your reality. Now, we can have somebody else who has a reality, and we'll call this reality right here H for her. So her reality, my reality, and your reality are completely separate realities. We all have separate realities. What we hold true again in our body, in our thoughts, in our process of going through what our reality is and how our reality is made up is completely different from each person. But at some point in time, her reality can overlap with your reality, which overlaps with my reality. You see that? So sometimes her reality will intertwine with your reality, but not at a point that mine and yours overlap. So, for instance, to make it simple, if you want to talk about religion, if I have a religious standpoint, and I feel like that is my part of my reality, which what makes up my reality, and you have a totally different standpoint on religion, that makes up your reality. And if our religions are different, we both have an aspect of religion, which my religion might be over here and your religion is over there, but we may have a common standpoint somewhere over here that intertwines our reality. My religious reality might be down here, which intertwines with hers. So we might both be Christian, or we might both be Muslim, or however. But again, our standpoints are completely different. Our realities are completely different, but at some point in time, we intertwine with each other. You see what I'm saying? We hold some aspects of the other person's reality within our reality. Now, you may come up here, and I'm going to make this circle a little bigger just to make a point. This person's reality comes all the way through, and we'll put T for their reality. So this is multiple people, just for this purpose. No, we won't do multiple people. Sorry about that. We won't do multiple people. We're doing individual realities. So this is her reality and his reality. So my reality, your reality, her reality, and his reality. Now these circles should be, again, because it's a geometric shape, so they should all be the same size, so they're symmetrical. I'm just using this to make a point that his reality, although it stands alone for what his reality is, it intertwines with my reality at some point in time, which intertwines with your reality and can intertwine with her reality at some point in time. But the point is, no one reality, again, what you hold true to be your reality is not a fixed reality. It's not the end all be all of what reality is. And for instance, somebody who has a mental disorder, somebody who has schizophrenia, their reality is completely different than what our reality is. Somebody who sees things in their mind, or it may be perceived as real, because I can't debunk that it's just in their mind. Even if scientists or psychologists or psychiatrists say it's only in a person's mind, they don't know that because they're not in that person's head. They can only give their perspective from the outside and what they've learned in their practice to give that diagnosis of what that person is experiencing. So again, that may be their reality. They may have a quote unquote mental disorder and they see and hear things, but to them, that is their reality. That's like saying somebody who, again, is religious and says that they speak to their God or speak to spirit. You necessarily wouldn't call them crazy, but somebody that says that they hear people talking to them, you may deem them as crazy or deem them as psychotic or things of that nature. But again, that is their reality. You cannot take their reality away from them. So again, I keep reiterating, I guess I'm gonna name this video, reality is not fixed. There is no fixed reality. Everybody has their own separate reality, and it makes up a whole reality. So again, the geometric shape is encompassed inside of this big circle. So we'll call this big circle Earth, and inside of Earth, we have everybody's reality connecting at some point in time to make up one whole reality. Now, I am not an artist, so no, these shapes are not to scale. They are not geometrically aligned the way that it should be. But again, that's why I put the shape at the beginning of this video, so you can see the point that I'm trying to get across. So at some point in time, my reality crosses over with your reality, which crosses over with her reality, which intertwines with his reality. Again, reality from my perspective, and I'm going to say my perspective because everybody may not hold the same understanding that I do. Reality is not fixed. My reality is not necessarily your reality, and your reality is not necessarily my reality. So again, it is not fixed. It is not possible for it to be fixed because we have people who I guess are on the path of enlightenment, people who read books, people who are well knowledge, as opposed to somebody who just graduated high school and didn't advance themselves intellectually, may have a different perspective of what reality is, may have a different perspective of what's going on in a reality standpoint. Somebody that meditates may hold a different perspective of what reality is. Somebody who doesn't meditate holds a totally different perspective. Somebody who is in church, somebody who isn't in church. So it's so many different perspectives of what reality is, or what your reality is. It is no way to have one fixed reality. We may understand each other on certain levels and agree with each other on certain levels, but it is no way that you can talk to somebody and your reality fits into the same bubble or the same sphere or the same circle as somebody else's reality. You're going to have, I guess if you want to call it a misunderstanding, you're going to have an overflow of what your reality is and an intertwining of what somebody else's reality is. So again, I just wanted to bring this video to you guys. It was a video that I wanted to put out for a while, but I had other projects that I was trying to take care of. But just sit down and think about that. Just sit down, even if you want to talk it over with your friends, even if you want to message me about it and talk about the different aspects of what reality is. Again, I'm not talking about what are facts. I'm not talking about what is fiction. I'm not talking about what is true and what is false. Because again, if you get somebody that had a mental break or a psychotic break and they see things that we don't see, or they hear things that we don't hear, then is that a fact or is that fiction? Is that true or is it false? For them, it may be true. For us, because we don't see or hear it, it's false. For them, because they see and hear it, it's a fact. It's there. For us, we don't see and hear it, it's fiction. It's not there. Like, you're quote unquote crazy. But you can't say that if you're not them. You can't say that because that's what their reality is at that point in time. Now, the reality may morph or form or flow into something else. That's a whole nother video. But for now, whatever your reality is what your reality is. And it's not necessarily what somebody else's reality is. So again, reality isn't fixed. Your reality may be fixed, but it is not fixed to what my reality is. So no one reality is fixed. But inside of this world, inside of this bigger circle, we have so many different realities, which could, on another scale, could be layered. because this is flat. If you put in a 3D, 4D scale, it could be layered. And then that will go into another video again, which will go into different dimensions and different things like that. But that's not what this video is about. I might later on make a video about different realities and different dimensions and different timelines and things of that nature. But again, thank you for taking your time to watch this video. Again, reality is not fixed. We have so many different aspects of reality, and I'm going to work on getting the glare off of that board for you guys. But I appreciate you guys sticking with me and just watching this video all the way through to the end. Leave any questions, comments, or concerns, and I hope to hear some good feedback from you guys. I appreciate you guys, and I'll talk to you guys soon.